What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on this channel. The YNW Melly case has been delayed. I'm going to talk slowly through this one so everybody understands exactly what's going on. YNW Melly's murder trial has been delayed after defense attorneys accused the prosecutors of withholding information. Defense attorney for rapper YNW Melly says South Florida prosecutors committed felony obstruction of justice by not revealing that the lead detective in the rapper's double murder case had been previously accused of being willing to lie as he gathered evidence. Attorneys for Melly, whose real name is Jamel Demons, on Friday asked Broward Circuit Judge John J. Murphy to remove the Broward State Attorney's Office from the case and potentially dismiss the case entirely. This was done on the 6th of October 2023, Friday. Jury selection in the retrial of the 24-year-old rapper was set to start next week, but the judge pushed it back a week more on Friday and has set the hearing for next week to deal with the obstruction allegations. So instead of jury selection and the starting of Melly's new trial, what we will have is them trying to deal with these allegations and the motions that YNW Melly's lawyers have filed. The request from the defense attorneys comes after Assistant State Attorney Michelle Boutros, who works for the Broward office, testified Friday that she overheard Miramar Police Detective Mark Moretti, lead investigator in the case against Demons, ask a Broward County deputy to lie about being present when Moretti executed a search warrant outside his jurisdiction last October, forcibly seizing a phone from Demons' mother as part of a witness tampering investigation. What's crazy is this attorney Boutros, she is Assistant State Attorney Michelle Boutros. She works for the Broward office that YNW Melly's lawyers just asked the judge to dismiss from the case. In the motion, they asked the judge to dismiss the entire department from the case and anybody that is associated with it. So, for Assistant State Attorney Michelle Boutros to come out and testify against Detective Mark Moretti, who is one of her own. He is the lead detective in the YNW Melly case, and she is willing to take the stand to say that she overheard him telling lies, asking another detective to lie. This is very, very damaging. Defense attorney Jamie Benjamin, which is Melly's new lawyer, which is known to be a no-nonsense veteran, highly decorated combat veteran in these courtrooms, and has beaten multiple death penalty cases. Defense attorney Jamie Benjamin said that information that should have been turned over to the defense because they could have used it to discredit Moretti during Demon's recent murder trial, which ended in July with a hung jury. Prosecutors say that the exchange between Moretti and the deputy was just a joke, pointing to the fact that attorney for Demon's mother was present when her phone was taken and would have known the deputy wasn't there. Assistant State Attorney Christine Bradley, lead prosecutor on the Demons case, testified on Friday that the deputy gave a flippant response when asked about being in the room when the warrant was executed. Demon's first murder trial ended with a 9-3 vote for a conviction. Melly faces the possible death sentence if convicted of first-degree murder in the 2018 slaying of two childhood friends, Christopher Thomas, otherwise known as YNW Juvie, and Anthony Williams, otherwise known as YNW Sack Chaser. Their stage names all include YNW because they belong to the same YNW hip-hop collective. It stands for Young New Wave, or other phrases that include a racial slur. Prosecutor says that Melly, after a late-night recording session, shot and killed his friends inside a SUV, and then he and another member of the same collective, YNW Bortland or Cortland Henry, then tried to make it look like a drive-by shooting. Melly, whose legal name is Jamel Demons, he remains jailed without bond. Melly's biggest hit was Murder on My Mind, a song that reached number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts in 2019. Now, since Melly's attorneys have accused the prosecution department in Broward County at the Broward State Attorney's Office and has requested that the judge remove the entire department from this case, they have also filed a motion to have this case thrown out completely, and they have also filed a motion to have this case barred from ever being tried again. Since they have done all this, the prosecution has fired back heavily. They are in combat, make no mistake. YNW Bortland has since been arrested. His house has been raided. He has been brought in. He is sitting in lockup. His bond has been revoked, and he has been hit with witness tampering charges. It is said that YNW Bortland was in touch with YNW Melly, which, as a part of his bond agreement, he was not to be in touch with Melly. He was not to be in touch with anybody, potential witness, anybody that had anything to do with this case. But he was. This is where the story of the pink BMW comes from. Prosecution has also said that he, YNW Bortland, reached out to Melly's ex-girlfriend and said to her, "If you have been more loyal, you could be driving a pink BMW by now." YNW Melly himself has also been hit with witness tampering, new charge on top of his double murder charge. Prosecution has said that YNW Melly was very much involved in stopping witnesses or a witness from showing up to his first trial, and they have proof that he did obstruct this process and he was successful at getting the person or persons to not show up. Prosecution cannot make these allegations without proof. The prosecution says they have solid proof that he did. He used other inmates. He used other inmates' phone time even when his own phone time was taken away because he was getting in trouble behind bars. During using others' phone time, he would reach out to YNW Bartlett and they would have conversations. The prosecution said they had conversations in a coded language that involved using Rihanna, the pop singer, and her significant other as code words. ASAP Rocky's baby mama. This is how he was able to convey a message to Bartlett to get Bartlett to do what he wanted him to do on the outside. Bartlett would then reach out to whoever needed to be reached out to carry out what Melly wished. It is also said that Melly was seen on video in the facility passing notes around cell to cell trying to get his deed done. And he did. I am guessing the notes were confiscated, followed on video, confiscated, and is being held as evidence. So, where does this leave the case? Melly's lawyers have accused the entire department, prosecution department at the Broward State Attorney's Office of foul play according to the case. The prosecution has now added new charges to Melly, and they are working it out. So, Monday, tomorrow, the 9th of October, was supposed to be the start of the first day of Melly's new trial, where they would begin to select jurors for the trial, and that has been pushed forward till another week, giving them 1 week to deal with the obstruction allegations that YNW Melly's attorneys have accused the Broward State Attorney's Office of. I will say it is very unusual for an assistant state attorney to testify against their own, but Assistant State Attorney Michelle Boutros has testified against Detective Mark Moretti, claiming she heard him telling a lie about being present or asking a Broward County deputy to lie about being present when Moretti executed a search warrant outside his jurisdiction last October. We will leave this one right here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on BrainFLoTv. I'm out. Peace.